This book is a romantic novel that as soon as you start reading, it catches you and you want to know that is going to happen. The book is about a young man named Tom. He is studying and taking entrance exam to the university. Unfortunately, he cannot pass the exam and knows that he only has two options. One is to continue studying, prepare and apple the exams again, or the other is to go to work. Tom wanted to be an artist, but his father refuses to that idea, so Tom decides to go to work and sends his applications to many companies, but are rejected until he gets to work in the library. That's where it all begins. Since one rainy day, Rita enters the library and Tom is shocked when he sees her. During that time, Rita and Tom started talking. When the rain passed, Rita left, and the next day Tom was waiting anxiously for her in the library again, but Rita did not appear until 4 days later. Honestly, the book has helped me too much, since I really like this type of literature. It is a great book, and I hope that the more I progress in reading, the more chapters I have.
The page of the book that I read was very interesting. The book talks about Tom, a young man who wanted to be an artist and take photos, but his father didn't want to support this decision. So he had to look for a work, and all that he found is in working in a library. One day he met a girl, her name is Rita, and she wants to be a model, so Tom will do his best to help Rita. This book is awesome and beautiful. I recommend it because it addresses topics of interest.
This was a very interesting book. About taxis and you will we have been in chains and trapped in these letters. This book is an love novel where a protagonist Tom went to draw back times and meets a girl named Rita and fall in love with her. Personally, I like books with this type of love, and I hope these books leaves me more shocked and it did once I started reading it. As I say, I like this type of books that has a romantic love, because sometimes I like to imagine what my life will be like if I were the protagonist of the story. I think that all books are important because they not only mark us with their stories, but they also help us to think that even if we are in a good or bad moments, we must continue fighting for what we want, and that there will always be big and small stumbles, but with the help for others we can get off and moving on.
The book is amazing and interesting. It have many things that I consider important in the preparatory life because we don't that's going to happen or what we want, and our family doesn't like our decisions and say things like I doesn't for you. I consider that decisions like these are only ours, and if the decisions like me, it's only important.
Um, the reading I seemed very interesting because I usually entertain this type of reading. When Tom arrived with his father and confessed that the only thing that interests him is photography and drawing, and submitting his failed grade, his dad told him that if he didn't go back to school, he should get a job and reject the idea of him being an artist. So Tom got a job at a library and fell in love with a girl named Rita. Rita told Tom that his job was very boring, but he refused to accept it. Rita told Tom that her dream was to be a model and show him the clothes that are designed with her. And Tom was very much in love with her and decided to take some photos and send, send them to some fashion magazine, but no magazine is interested in Rita. Although one offered Tom to take a photography course, and they suggest that he get a modeling agency to represent Rita, but he felt very bad for his friend and encouraged her by saying to look for a people in a magazine finding an ad that required inexperienced models. Tom had a bad feeling about it, but didn't say anything, so as no to end the illusion. I really like the book because Tom cares about Rita and supports her to grow as a person and fulfill her dreams. Until now, the novel has me very tripped, and I want to continue reading soon.